You Americans and Europeans, listen to me. We were brave. We were brave. We fought several battles, wars against Tibet. Nepal is better than you. I could give you the ample of examples so that we Nepalese never surrendered, never become colonized. Even the Great Britain, you American people, you were under the colony of Great Britain, United Kingdom. But we Nepalese, we never. Yes, it's a political game again. Now, our puppet leaders, they made Nepal as a puppet vessel country of United States of America. Even the India Thapa disarming mission. Yes, United States is our very good friend. Its contribution in Nepal is remarkable. Yes, your country, your government supported us to get the membership of United Nations. Our friend, listen to me. You again started inducting the Dalai Lama's group in United States in Colorado. Yes, we also love to the refugees. Atithi Devo Bhava. This is our mythology. We love it. If somebody is refugee, he is a guest. We love it. We respect them, but without politics, without making trouble. They are like a god. If somebody makes trouble, gives problem, then after it loses this identification. So I repeat again, Free Tibet movement in Nepal. It is impossible from Nepalese soil because we are in between India and China. India and China. We love China, we love India. Unless and until they do not give us trouble. So it is impossible Free Tibet movement from Nepal.
Himal Online TV. MCC मिलेनियम च्यालेन्ज कर्पोरेसन भनेको के हो? MCC को विषयमा यति ठूलो विवाद सकसपूर्ण स्थिति किन आयो? आम नेपाली नागरिक, बौद्धिक वर्ग, राजनीतिक दलहरू यी भित्र केहीलाई छोडेर प्राय सबै MCC को विपक्षमा किन उभिए? MCC वास्तवमा के हो? IPS के हो? त्यसैगरी BRI के हो? नेपालको सन्दर्भमा IPS ठीक हो अथवा BRI ठीक हो अथवा यो दुवै परियोजना ठीक होइन? विश्व भू राजनीति र यी परियोजनाहरूलाई गहिरो ढंगबाट अध्ययन गर्नुभएका नेपाली सेनाका पूर्व जर्नल लेसान नर्मल युनिभर्सिटी चाइनाका प्रोफेसर डाक्टर प्रेम सिंह बस्न्यातले अंग्रेजी भाषामै केही महत्त्वपूर्ण भनाइहरू राख्दै हुनुहुन्छ।
Namaste to all. I am Brigadier General retired Prem from Nepal. Today I am going to talk about Indo-Pacific strategy of United States of America, Millennium Challenge Compact of United States of America, how it imposed in Nepal, and what would be the consequences of these two strategies. Before that, I would like to confirm you that I love United States of America. Yes, you American people, you are great. Always you talk America first. Your President Donald Trump, he spoke about America first. Yes, you are a lover of your country. You are a lover of your people. It's a great asset, you people, for the United States of America. Before that, I would like to mention about the relation, diplomatic relation between America and Nepal. Of course, United States of America is our second diplomatic friend established after United Kingdom. If we talk about our history, yes, Nepal remains since our ancient period, more than 300, 3,000, 4,000 years ago, there is Nepal. There is Nepal. And if we talk about you, yes, you are a democratic country, big country. In 1776, you got liberation from the colonial power, and you declare your fragmented state as the United States of America. And George Washington, he was the nation's father. But you people, like us, the Saha king dynasties, Prithvinand Saha the Great, the king, who unified Nepal. Now we are here. So, we both have very long and old history. This is our pride. Moreover, you Americans and Europeans, listen to me. We were brave. We were brave. We fought several battles, wars against Tibet, China, the Muslim invaders, the Mughals army. We defeated them. Even the British invasion expedition, Captain George Kinloch, he came to invade Nepal during the time of King Prithvinand Saha the Great. We defeated them. Now, we Nepalese Gorkhas who are working around the globe. Moreover, American and Europeans, you veto powers, 5 vetoes, Russia, China, France, Great Britain, United States of America. Listen to me. We were the allied partner in Second World War. Nepalese army supported you people, allied group. We fought the war against Japan in Burma front. We help you. We have that pride. So, we are not lesser than you. Yes, we are inferior. We might be inferior in our geography and economy, but in history, but in bravery, Nepal is better than you. I could give you the ample of examples so that we Nepalese never surrendered, never become colonized. Even the Great Britain, you American people, you were under the colony of Great Britain, United Kingdom, but we Nepalese, we never. Yes, it's a political game again. Now, our puppet leaders, they made Nepal as a puppet vessel country of United States of America. Even India, we are colonized by the European Unions in the name of the religion, system, custom. This is the big misfortune. Yes, United States is our very good friend. Its contribution in Nepal is remarkable. Yes, your country, your government supported us to get the membership of United Nations. While the Russia and India, they were against of it. They hindered us to get our UN membership, but you supported us. Even after 1950, India was willing to grip us, to make us as a baton. Because at that time, the Congress government was the puppet of India. Almost the Congress government was ready to hand over Nepal to India. We have got the proofs at that time. Your government, your president, he helped to our king, late King Mahendra. Then you supported for the UN membership. Then in your plan, King Mahendra visited several countries in abroad. Nepal became popular in the globe, better than India. That was a big asset for Nepal. Otherwise, we could have been Nepal as a part of India. We don't know. The next is your contribution in the malaria eradication. Nepal was almost full of malaria in our plain areas in Tarai region. But it was you. Your malaria eradication program did big help to Nepal. And your contribution in other developments, road, education, and many things is remarkable. Presently, your support in Nepal, for Nepalese army, for its professional enhancement, United Nations peacekeeping trainings, UN peacekeeping quotas to Nepalese army, and human rights laws training, rule of laws, and blah blah blah. Many aspects. Your contribution is great. It's obvious. We thank you very much. Several thousand people, they have been working in United States of America. They have become the citizen of the United States of America. We love USA. We love your patriotism. I also would like to remind you, the Western world, America, you have given us some troubles also. The ruined days. I could mention here a bit. I could talk after 1950s, especially after, while American army establishment 22 in Dehradun, Chakrata. Establishment 22 is the name of the training center. Then your government started inducting the Tibetan refugees there. They started training, they trained there in collaboration of Indian Army. I mean, the Dalai Lama was exiled from Tibet at that time. He was in India. So you people, your government was helping the Dalai Lama to restore his regime in Tibet against the Chinese. So, you people were training Tibetan youth in established 22 in Dehradun of India. What happened then? Those trained Tibetans fighters, they brought to the Nepalese soil. It was during the time of Prime Minister Matrika Koirala, Ministry of Home of here, Surya Prasad Upadhyaya from Raksul. It was almost 1,500 armed troops. You trained them and you sent Nepal via Raksul on the train, and they were allowed to go to Mustang area, Gorkha area, and many places. The troubles begins from there. It was your CIA who have got the documents. After that, what happens? Our friend, listen to me. You again started inducting the Dalai Lama's group in United States, in Colorado. You started train there them. Your CIA officer have written so many books on it. You could read it. So then you train thousands of Tibetans over there in Colorado. Then you bought in Nepal via Bangkok to Kathmandu. You constructed an airport in Kathmandu Valley separately in the name of diplomatic secrecy. Then your embassy started flying these trained people with your opens to Mustang area, Gorkha, Walangchunggola. Almost 12 spots were identified as the stations of this Dalai Lama's troops. It calls compass. In Dalai Lama's terms or in Tibetan's name, they call compass. They were trained, good fighter, very braves. So again, look at Indian army were already deployed in northern border at that time. Then after, India and United States jointly started inducting compass via train from Raksul, and again from air transportation. So all the ammunitions, rations, opens used to be supplied from the plane of United States in Nepal. So it was joint venture of, I could say, the moral support of Dalai Lama, the physical support of India and United States, and you inducted all the fighters, all the compass in northern areas. What happens later? So they started raids in Tibetan, Chinese Tibets. They infiltrated inside. They started looting, killing, and so many things. Even they started raping, looting in Nepalese soil also. So we had big problem. Big problem. Later on, the Chinese army objected and they made a report to their headquarters in Beijing. Finally, the president, I guess the Mao Zedong and Zhou Enlai, I'm not pretty much sure, but China objected about it. And they had formal objection with the late King Birendra of Nepal. They asked two things: whether Nepal would suppress these compass in Nepal, or Nepal would allow to enter the Chinese troops inside Nepalese soil. So we had dilemmas. So it was almost impossible to give consent to Chinese army to come inside Nepalese territory. So Nepal itself decided to launch Thapa disarming mission. We named very wisely at that time. Nepal didn't declare it as war against or murder against or anti-terrorism. We didn't name it. Very suitable name. Very wisely given as Thapa disarming mission. So it started in 1974, and we wisely completed this disarming mission within 2 months in the hilly area, mountainous Himalayan areas. We had so many pressure from United States of America at that time, even India, but we did it. It was big ruin day for us. History could repeat again after your MCC episode. I could say your support for Free Tibet movements or groups in Nepal, in Pokhara, in Kathmandu, everywhere. Even your parliament, you talk about this movement, you support about this movement. You love these people. Yes, we also love to the refugees. Atithi Devo Bhava. This is our mythology. We love it. If somebody is refugee, he is a guest. We love it. We respect them, but without politics, without making trouble. They are like a god. If somebody makes trouble, gives problem, then after it loses this identification. So I repeat again, Free Tibet movement in Nepal. It is impossible from Nepalese soil because we are in between India and China. India and China. We love China, we love India. Unless and until they do not give us trouble. So it is impossible Free Tibet movement from Nepal. Next thing, look at the Americans, authors, gentlemen, Europeans. Why you insisting to construct gumbas, monasteries in the hilltop of surrounded in Kathmandu Valley? Why you don't support in Lumbini? Why not other places? If you really love Buddhism, monasteries, why it is only for Kathmandu Valleys? It's a very, very, very negative aspects. Nepalese people, security organization, they doubt on it. Maybe there might be some trained people with arms. Might be the Thapa history might be repeat again. In military terminology, these gumbad monasteries are on top of ground of tactical importance in military terminology, in vantage points. Please, you need to support to, why not Hindu temples? Why not Muslims? Why not other gumbas or monasteries? So there is the rooms for the questions, your government, your bureaucrats, your CIA. We could blame you. You did not support us during the Maoist war, Maoist terrorism in Nepal. Yes. in between of this war against terrorism, you supported, yes, I know. Your Ministry of Foreign Affairs, General Powell, he visited Nepal. He promised us to give weapons, ammunition, and blah, blah, blah. But later on, you turned towards the European Union's, India's. So you stopped us sending weapons, even the moral supports. You were behind of India, behind of with European Union, who supported Maoist. So, present trouble today, the day today we're facing, we're getting turmoil in Nepal is because of Maoist movement in Nepal, because of Prachanda, because of Bauram Bhattarai, so-called communist, but they are the puppets of European Union, India, even Europe. So it was a big setback for Nepalese army. We lost our monarchy. We lost our peace. We lost our religion, culture, many things after this Maoist terrorism. Look at Nepal. We are on the way, on the path to fragmentation again, Nepal in many pieces. We don't have peace here. We don't have unity here. The next point is this Carter Center. Your ex-president Jimmy Carter, he visited Nepal. He established Carter Center in Nepal. It played very dirty games in the name of making constitution, promulgation of constitution in Nepal. We lost our religions, our Hindu religion, our Sanatan religion. We lost our constitutional monarchy, many things. Your Carter Center, yes, so many Nepalese, they work here. First of all, we Nepalese, we betrayed ourselves for our country in the name of Carter Center. So, these are the black and white aspect of Nepal-American relation. I'm speaking, I'm talking with the proofs. I'm talking the histories. Now I'm going to talk about the complication, the ongoing complication. We are not America. We are not United Kingdom. We are not China, not India. We are very small country. Not a small country, but we are a big country. But in comparison with India and China, we are a small country. Yes, we are a poor country. We are fighting for hand and mouth. We are fighting for survival. Your strategy or my strategy, Nepal's strategy is very different. We are fighting for our strategy, national strategy for the hands and mouth again. Irrigation, poverty, for education, for development. But you already completed this stage. Your strategy is international, to make new colony, to fight with other powers. You have a different strategy. So, Nepalese and American strategy is never matches, never matched. So that, mind it, we are not equal. Our religion, our culture, our military capability, our economic capability, our thinking, our geography, it is asymmetric. It's asymmetric. Your democracy, your human right, it is not suitable for Nepal. Your democracy is like a shoe. One man so could not be fitted to other man. Democracy in America, human rights in America, military studies in America cannot be fit in Nepal or India or China or Arabian countries. Please mind it, you American ladies and gentlemen, scholars. We are really in hot seat between India and China, very rivalry, powers. Look at your Indo-Pacific strategy. This is being a big challenge for Nepal. It has divided our society. You know, just you think for our top guns, Prachanda, Baburam, Dishar Bahadur Deuba. Do you think these people only are the Nepal? Don't you think about the Nepalese people? What the Nepalese people are? Do they really want your Indo-Pacific strategy, IPS? What's being in Nepal because of IPS? Is useless for Nepal. Useless for Nepal. Why we should be binded with your state partnership? Why we should bear enmity with China or India or countries? We want zone of peace in Nepal. We are from the birthplace of Gautam Buddha. We want peace. Prime Minister Kharka Prasad Oli, KP Oli, and his Foreign Minister Pradeep Gimali, they betrayed Nepal. They betrayed Nepal. They signed without reading, without notice, giving notice to the people, this IPS. I could remind you of feeling only, but the puppets are our leaders, our Prime Minister. It is not you. It is I could say they are enemy for the Nepal. Please, give us development. We love Americans. Which you provided during the time of King Mahendra. It was beautiful. All powerful nations were working together. Russia was working there to construct the road. America was working there. India working there. China working there. Every non-aligned movement countries also working in Nepal with the harmony. Why not now? Why when we need IPS in Nepal? Nepal is not Israel. Nepal is not South Korea. Nepal is not Japan. We are fighting to eradicate our property for the hands and mouth. So, please understand our limitations. Please respect our people's verdicts and will. The second, MCC, I will talk you later, MCC. This is a big problem for Nepal. Our society have been divided. I'll talk it later. The third, because of Ukraine issue, you imposed to make crisis in our non-aligned movement. Now, our Prime Minister Sheikh Bahadur Deuba was compelled to speak in support of Ukraine against Russia. It was compulsion, you made it. It was not the voice of Nepalese people. Yes, any powerful country cannot harm any weak country. Yes, we love it. I mean, we are in favor of Ukraine. But what China did in these issues, what India did in this issue, our neighbors China and India are great for us. Great for us. They might be enemies on the days to come, doesn't matter. We'll face the future, but they are the best friend. We have to follow their interest. We should not harm their national interest. So, Sherbar Deuba and his government, this puppet government, was compelled to speak because of your foreign minister. He compelled Deuba to speak in support of Ukraine, and it violated our NAM principle, non-aligned movement principle. And the next event is America made political assault in Nepal. Recently, about the MCC, ladies and gentlemen, I could remind you all, Nepal gets two political assaults, one in 1990 from India. Ex-Prime Minister Chandrasekhar led that movement. He arrived Kathmandu, he led the movement. He was totally against of then regime. He demonstrated very badly, followed by our Ganesh Man Singh, Girija Prasad Koirala, Krishna Prasad Bhattarai, so on, so on. But it was Indian interest. It has come out in so many books written by raw officers in the interest of India, Indian law. First political assault. The second assault was in February 9, 2022. Your minister, Donald Lu, he wants to Deuba Oli, existing Prime Minister Deuba, Sherbar Deuba, opposition leader Kharka Oli, and Pushkamal Dahal Prachanda about the MCC. If Nepal doesn't accept it, you'll see he challenges the Nepalese political leader as for a real future of Nepal. Even he speaks about the Chinese imposition if Nepal won't accept the MCC. Look at this. You are the #1 power nation in the globe. You talk about the democracy. You talk about the human rights. But you people say this is grand. Why you are weeping? Why you are showing your political gun to accept this MCC for Nepalese people? Why so many people visiting Nepal? So many political and bureaucrats visiting Nepal for this MCC. So with your political gun, I could say you impose MCC in Nepal. It's a second political assault in Nepal. It violates diplomatic norms and values and national norms and values. We are not, Nepalese people are not puppet of any powerful countries, even our neighboring country. We are sovereign. Since our history, you people were called under colony, slaves. You people used to be sold by the Britishers, but we never. We Gurkhas. But my leaders' puppets, that the rebirth of Osama bin Laden, Mr. Sherbar Deuba, he is the rebirth of Osama bin Laden in Nepal. Ladies and gentlemen, what happens on the days to come? Let's see what happens in Nepal because of Sherbar Deuba and family, because of this Congress government. Again, I love American people. I love America because every time you talk about United America, the America first. But unfortunately, my leaders, they are culprit. Even my army, my police, my Supreme Court did nothing against this type of culprit, national culprits, corruptors who works for the powerful nations. Unfortunately, I also would like to mention about big disasters, blunders from same character. Present Prime Minister, the rebirth of Osama bin Laden, Sherbar Deuba, while he was Prime Minister, previously in 1996, he led the government and he did the Mahakali Treaty with India. KP Sharma Oli was the next character. They were the co-partner at that time. They sold our Mahakali River. Big loss for the Nepal. Now again the same characters. KP Sharma Oli, he was the opposition leader. He did nothing to stop the MCC. He was bargaining with the United States of America. He was bargaining with the Deuba for the power and the quota of a minister and blah blah blah. Now these both characters, opposition leader KP Oli and the Prime Minister Deuba, they made effort combinedly to pass this MCC from our Constitutional Assembly. Look at this KP Oli is much more betrayer than Deuba, because the MCC could have been passed from ministerial level. But KP Oli, he did this mistake to pass this MCC from Pratinidhi Sabha. Look at, even secretly, Oli and his finance minister, they made agreement, several agreements secretly with the MCC office, MCCs, in order to betray the Nepalese people, Nepalese resources, natural resources. So, KP Oli, you never were and are and will be the patriot, and you are not lover of Nepal. This is big disaster from these two characters, Deuba and Oli, Mahakali Treaty and the MCC. Now at the end, I would talk about the MCC. In fact, the 12 points agreement made in India in 2006 in support of European Union and United States of America. The bigger game plan was made there. It's a continuation outcome of the 12-point agreement in India. The Prachanda, then terrorist leader, and other Nepali Congress parties and other leaders, they did mistake, and they had agreement, the downfall of the monarch system of Nepal, throwing up our Hindu religion, Sanatan Dharma, and many things, and they wanted to enhance the Christianity in Nepal. They wanted to make this Nepalese ground against China or other powers. So, I would not mind receiving MCC present day is as a miraculous, a surprise. It is a continuous process of 12-point agreement. So, they are successful. India is successful because he created Madhya Pradesh in Tarai. In near future, the government will be providing thousands of citizenship Indian people. Just wait and see. Arun project, so many, and look at the Christianity in development in Nepal. Well done, Deuba, well done, Prachanda, well done, Bauram Bhatrai, well done, KP Oli. You lost our culture, system, our history, our national unity. But well done, congratulations. You have become the puppet of foreign powers. It destroyed Nepal. Congratulations, you all. My fellow Americans, American strategies, the politicians. Yes, you are the victor. Mostly Nepalese people were not happy to receive this MCC in Nepal without his modification. We want development, but not the colonization. Look at our limitation. Why MCC is not favorable for Nepal? Ladies and gentlemen, Indian factor. Nepal is our neighboring country's area of interest. Of course, India gets several contributions in the enhancement of Nepal, political changing, development, and many aspects. Always India wants Nepal as the guardian of India in his perspective, from their perspective. Even India gets the greater India. I mean, they have to annex Nepal also in their greater India, including Bangladesh, Bhutan, blah, blah, blah. So, presence of American activities in Nepal will not be comfortable for Indians. First. Second, look at the present relation between India and America because of Ukraine issue crisis. We could see in the newspaper, magazines, televisions, there are several confrontations between Indian scholars, Indian retired generals, and American scholars and retired generals. Almost they have become like a hostile countries. So that what happens tomorrow? Because of Indo-Russian relation? Because of Russian and Chinese relation? Because of Pakistan and Indian relation? What happens tomorrow? Who knows? So, your MCC might create problem with India. We might be receiving very bitter consequences. Even our geography of Tarai region, Madras region, could be disintegrated. Who knows in the future? The next point is US activities against China. Your presence in the Nepal, MCC Nepal, might be doing activities against China. Then again, what China thinks, that might be co-planned between India and America. Then after, what happens then? It again hampers to India and it starts border confrontation like Ladakh or many places. So that again India will be facing more challenges, more confrontation from China, vice versa to China from India. The other factor is Russia. The US and European scholars, ladies and gentlemen, Russia is our very good friend. It helped us a lot for the enhancement of our education. Most of the doctors, engineers, lawyers, judges, they were after the Russian education. It is a fact. Russia, yes, only one time it makes hurdles while we were trying to get our UN membership. Otherwise, Russia is our best wisher. We should not forget their help. So, US-Russian relations is always hostile. Always there. You always talk against Russia, but we cannot do it. So, this you imposed us to speak against Russia just a few days ago. So it was big hamper for Nepalese diplomatic relations. China factor. Yes, China is our good friend, like India. Presently, your biggest hostile country in terms of economy. So you always, America always trying to hamper China. By Burma, you tried it from Burma, Hong Kong, then Taiwan, India, from Nepal. It is not easy for us. We cannot give you our soil against any Indian or Chinese, China, India or China. We are lover of our neighbor. While you start working your activities against China, then we'll get tough time. The second, your Tibetan refugee issues and free Tibet movement is very dangerous for Nepal. We love refugees. I already spoke about it. Help them for their individual enhancement, daily life, not against China. We cannot bear because of neighboring diplomacy. Next is your MCC and BRI, Belt and Road Initiative of China, it both confronting each other in the globe, not only in Nepal. So, in Nepal, Nepalese government signed with our BRI without consulting the people, expert and the people. They blundering it. It was a mistake. What is BRI? We don't know. People don't know. Then Prime Minister and then Prime Minister, they are the culprit for the nation. They sign it without the knowledge of the Nepalese people. I'm not in favor of BRI. But I could say the confrontation of BRI and MCC would be the battleground, I mean not by the gun and bullet, by other means, would be the Nepalese soil on the days to come. The next, we cannot stop thinking on the repetition of Khampa movement in Nepal. Khampa terrorism in Nepal against Tibet, against China, from Nepalese soil. What is the guarantee there? If we look at American military activities in Syria, Iraq, Libya, former Yugoslavia, and many places, it's like a use and throw. We will be killed, Nepalese people will be killed just for nothing. Here, we'll be losing our economy, we'll be losing our neighbors. So, this is our worry, because there is no such strong institution in Nepal. even the army, even the police. I don't think they have been bothered about this MCC, BRI, and Indo-Pacific strategies. Just looking for your asset, maybe helicopters, maybe aircraft, maybe trainings in United States, American budgets, American visas, PRs, just our bureaucrats and our leaders, our so-called PhDs, some puppet scholars, they have been thinking just for this one. Very rare people, very few people thinking about the Bible, ruined days, and the days to come from BRIs and MCCs struggle in Nepal. And you should be clear. Nepalese Security Council should be clear. What is the state partnership in IPS, Indo-Pacific strategy? Does it mean to provide launching pad for your army, your aircraft, your military aircraft, your fighting equipment, your fighting troops? What does it mean? Who clarifies it? Because my Prime Minister, he never does it, because he is your man. KP Sharma Oli, he is your puppet. Khadka Prasad, Prachanda, he is a bigger puppet. He has proven after the passing the MCC. Baburam Bhattarai, he is not from Nepal, he is Indian puppet. So he speaks about, who thinks about this? So this is the worry of myself and millions of Nepalese people. So finally again, we love America. We love your patriotism. American government, American army, we expect, give us development, infrastructure development, not the military strategies. And let's start new episode. We'll promise you, Nepal will not harm American strategy, your interest from our soil. Please do not make playground for Nepal, Nepalese soil. We request you, and I cannot blame United States, your minister, your government. All things being happened by due to our puppet leaders, puppet bureaucrats. Where is our National Security Council? Why they have become quiet? They have kept quiet. Why? It consists of Nepalese army, armed police, Nepal police, Prime Minister, and NID. Where are you? Why don't you think about your national security? Because it is you people, it's not the America, not China, not India. The next thing, the so-called scholars, some medias, some PhDs, just you are running after the money, looking after the Prachanda, looking after the Sherbar Deuba, looking after the KP Oli. You are being puppet of them, talking about nonsense thing. You never think about Nepal, Nepalese soil. Few of you are very honest, patriotic. I know, but all thing, it has been done because of we Nepalese people, some puppet leaders. And again, I give emphasis on BRI. Without detailed analysis, without knowing from the Nepalese people. Do not accept it. We have to know it. Super final. United States was our friend. In need, in our ruin days, in 50s, it helped us a lot in diplomatic issue, in eradication of malaria, enhancement of government, professional capability enhancement of Nepalese army, United Nations peacekeeping force, many things. You have done a lot. You are superpower. But we want on the days to come, we expect your good views. We Nepalese people want very deep relation, long-lasting relation, long-live Nepal-America relation. Even the VRI, it should be discussed in the people's level. Nepalese people should know it. What is BRI? So stop it if it is not good for Nepal. Finally, super finally, America was a good friend in our need in 50s, who helped us to get UN membership, eradication of malaria, national development, enhancement of armies, enhancement of UN peacekeeping trainings, other professional trainings. It is our good friend. It should remain long. And again I say, I love American people. I love America's patriotism, your national unity. Finally, I hope, I pray for good relation and long live Nepal-America relation. Thank you very much for your time.
Himal Online TV.